Now, I found a very old video of my very first stock portfolio, and I want to watch the video and talk about where I would have been in these plays if I still held on to them. Also, what did I make off of these plays? And again, remember, these were my first stock trades, right? That were, on my own, separate from sort of custodial accounts, etc., etc. And this was over on E-Trade, my first ever brokerage account. As many of you guys know, this was my very first YouTube video. Plus 200% best stocks to buy now, with only 228 views 3 years ago, and I have never changed the thumbnail since then. As you can tell, of course, the quality has gotten much better. The quality from that video have since gotten better, and I was pretty chunky there as well. However, one thing to take out about this is I was actually correct. 200% plus stocks to buy now. Let's take a look at this video. You can see RIOT right down here, blockchain. We come over, let's take a look here. So I was up $252 on the day on this position, purchased at $8.76, and was up a total of $1,187.58, which was up over 200% on that position. And honestly, that just changed the world for me. Honestly, this intrigued me even more than ever into the stock market. This is when I wasn't thinking about short squeeze. I wasn't thinking about market manipulation. This was when I was thinking about solid fundamentals. What is next and upcoming? And I got on that. And I said, listen, it's RIOT blockchain, right? These crypto miners are going to be up next. Now, if we come over here and we take a look at RIOT, some of you guys don't know this, but this large run up to the peak, I was one who actually caught that. Also prior, it might sound corny, I literally said in a dream, I saw RIOT coming up to $33. I believe that is somewhere in the range I got out at, somewhere. Right, high 20s, around 30, and it went much higher. So if we stayed in this position in RIOT until now, from my very first stock portfolio, we would be up 27%. So that was definitely not a good idea if we were to stay in this. This was not a long-term hold. This was not a long-term play. And overall, we caught much more momentum than if I were to have stayed in. However, we did miss the second leg up. So I got out on this first leg up, high 20s, right? Around $28, and we missed this run all the way up to $80, and yes, that did hurt at the time, right? Because that is when everything was ripping. I missed out on 600 additional percentage to the 200 that I would have had. Now let's go back to the video and see what else we were working with here. So the next one we're looking at looks like Square is down here, SQ. And I actually liked Square. So we were up $74 on this position, paid a total of $207.95. Up 17.79% on this position. You can see this portfolio was up 62%. So honestly, my first ever portfolio, guys, I know it's not a lot of money, but don't crack on it. If we come over and take a look at SQ, ticker symbol SQ, if we held this position throughout, which thank God we didn't, we made money off SQ, we would be down 67.57%. Now, that would be horrible. I think this is a learning video for everyone who is trading stocks in the stock market. Make sure to take profits off of the table and identify your risk to reward, identify your analysis, and make sure you have stop losses, all right? Let's take a look at the next play. And this one actually surprised me. I'm not going to lie. If we take a look, let's let the video restart here and see what we're at. So we're looking at RIG, R-I-G, ticker symbol R-I-G. And this was a while ago, right? $2.51. Looks like we're up $22 on this position, up about 11%, 11.16%. Okay, so let's go take a look. RIG, we purchased around $2.51. Since then, if we held this position, we would be up 105.55%. Where it's trading at right now, which is absolutely blows my mind, because this is not one of the plays where you would have assumed that we would be up years later, right? Over 3 years later, we would be up on this position. Okay, I pressed the weekly time frame and now my trading view glitched out, but you guys get the point. 3 years later, you would not have expected us to be up on this position 105%, at least with this play, okay? especially outbeating Riot and a couple others on here, as well as Square, especially Square. So a couple of these, PLNHF, I had an OTC play. Realistically, I probably didn't know what I was doing, right? This, don't believe, popped up as a ticker on TradingView. The next one is NEO. I think we all know what's about to happen here. If we take a look at NEO, let's see when I got in. So we got in at 51.84 and we're up 15 bucks, up 10% on this trade. We come over here and we take a look at NEO. I think you know what's coming. If we have stayed in the NEO position, we would be down about 90% on this trade. Now, I believe I was in and out of NEO. I don't remember if I did take a loss. I could probably go take a look at the P&L on that. But yeah, NEO, not too hot of a stock, not too hot of a play. This is, you can see, just a falling chart, a failing chart. Now, during that 2021 bubble, a lot of these stocks ran. So yes, I could have just gotten lucky on this portfolio. But overall, up 62% is pretty cracked for my first portfolio. A couple you can look at that we're not really able to see is Ford. That one I couldn't actually tell my average price and what I was up or down on that. But I'm sure we could take a look at Ford overall. But JBL, let's take a look at JBL. First of all, let's track it and see what we're working with. Okay, we're up. We bought in at $33.74, up $11, up 33% on JBL. This one blows my mind as well. It's the stocks that you wouldn't think would actually carry their own, right? You're not looking at these blue chip stocks over the long term anymore. Now you're looking at these companies. JBL Inc., 288% to the upside from when we were in that position. If we held this play, God, I wish I held this play, up 288%. Overall, as of right now, right before we get into the last stock, we would be, okay, so Riot was up about 27, Square down 67, Riot was my largest position, by the way, Rig up 105, NEO down 90, so we had 2 losers so far and 2 gainers, so the 2 losers were 90% and 67%, the 2 winners were 105 and 27%. So sort of similar right there as evening out, and then we have JBL that would be up 288%. And then finally, the last ticker that we can actually see from this portfolio, let's let this thing restart here, is FUNFF. Let's take a look here and try and realize where we got in at. Okay, 61 cents we got in at up here, $6.05. We were up $6.05, up about 9% on that position. If we go take a look, if we held this play, we would be down 95%. Okay. So, to take out of this, it was a pretty, very oddly diversified portfolio, but overall, if we held these for 3 years, it wouldn't have been that bad. We probably would have been up, still outperforming, if not comparable to the market, right? This is crazy for our first portfolio, and letting this thing play through, see what else we had. We had Ford, GLSI, I don't believe I was able to actually see those. So Ford overall, based off of the chart, we would have been up on Ford as well. We definitely would have been up on Ford. So up on most of these plays. Of course, we also had some OTC plays over there. But overall, Riot was my first trade. It was my first big trade. I was very happy with it. Over $1,000 gained on a smaller position. So I was extremely happy with this. I'm not going to lie. I was extremely happy with this. And you guys let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Was this a decent stock portfolio for a first portfolio? And let me know what you bought in your first stock portfolio. Was it AMC? Or was your first stock portfolio a blue chip stock portfolio? Or was it kind of randomized like mine? You guys let me know in the comments down below. Overall, we previously have made a reaction video to the best stocks to buy now, aka my first video. But following that up, we did make Riot blockchain videos after that, talking about the share price and it dipping and get in now. And we were kind of warning you guys as soon as I started this channel. So overall, just an additional sprinkle on top. This is what my first profile picture looked like. And then this is what the channel banner looked like. But overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. If you want 15 free stocks and a bunch of benefits, sign up for Moomoo. It's a broker down below. Use my link and sign up and make a deposit. Once you deposit into your account, You're going to earn a ton of free stocks as well as 5.1% APY on your uninvested cash, level 2 order book data for free, and a ton of other benefits. Also, if you want to come talk with me, request certain videos to put out on YouTube, join the Discord. The link is right under the video. I also post my trades in there. I love you all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Lottery Socks out.